Hello everyone, Angie Randall here with Positively Persistent. I hope you all had a wonderful Merry Christmas and I wish you a very prosperous 2018. I wanted to share a little story with you. I recently had the opportunity to sit down with a local organization here, the Waterfront Rescue Mission of Pensacola, and I was able to sit down and talk with two gentlemen that are going through their addiction recovery program currently and are actually scheduled to graduate very soon. These gentlemen have wonderful, honest, open, compelling stories that I'm going to bring to you in just a few minutes. But I was also able to sit down and talk with one of the chaplains on staff there, Chaplain Sparky Green. And Mr. Green has a very compelling story of his own to tell, of how he went through the addiction and recovery process and everything that was entailed in that. And he really goes into detail, as all the men do. They go in very much detail to really give you a glimpse into what their lives used to be. Now, all three of these men have come back from that. They realized that they needed help. They got that help, and their lives have done nothing but continue to improve as a result. These men, Mr. John and Mr. Robert, which are our first two interviews, that they're currently enrolled in the program and are scheduled to graduate, both of them state that if it wasn't for the Waterfront Rescue Mission, they don't believe they would be here today. They don't. They truly believe they were knocking on death's door when they were found. So I urge you to please watch the videos, watch all three of them, and you will see just what I'm talking about. These men really pour their hearts out. I was also able to sit down and talk with one of the public relations associates, Mr. Paul Shadden. Mr. Shadden was able to shine some light for me on everything that the Waterfront Rescue Mission really has to offer for our community. And I must say, I'm a little embarrassed because being in Pensacola my entire life, born and raised here, I was not aware of everything that the mission really had to offer. Most of us, when we think about Waterfront Rescue Mission, we think of the thrift stores. And we think of the holiday meals, such as Thanksgiving and Christmas. But we don't think of the day-to-day things that really go into play with this particular mission. They feed people every single day of the year. They help people every single day of the year. They have people walking in off the street into their day resources center all the time. And they sit down and get them in touch with the resources that they need. So this is a wonderful organization. I really, really encourage you to watch all three videos. And I will be back at the end to share a little more information with you. Thank you so much.
My name is John Paul Tranum. I'm 46 years old from Mobile, Alabama. I came to the Waterfront about 8 months ago. Graduated the program, went through the recovery program. Graduated it, went to the career development program, which I'm in now. I work on campus at the recycling distribution center. I have a job. I work part-time there.
Okay.
Things I didn't have before. I have a bank account. They hold me accountable. I have people, they go over my bank statements with me, help me save money. That way I'm prepared when I do go out in the world. I have money saved up to do that with. It's going to take money to do it, and the money's going to be there.
So what brought, if you don't mind me asking, what brought you to Waterfront?
Not at all. A number of things. One, I was homeless, was messing with drugs, not living right, living sinfully. About 4 years ago, my mother, her health went down. She had a couple of strokes, and I had to just drop everything in my life. I became a primary health caregiver. Never left her side, but then she went to be with the Lord about 3 years ago, and when she did, just everything just fell apart for me. I lost my best friend, and when that happened, I just quit caring, quit trying, just gave up on life. I was mad at God, just mad at everything. My life fell apart, and this went on for a few years, and I ended up, I become homeless. I got into drugs, lying, cheating, stealing, just the totally opposite of the way I was raised, and totally against my beliefs. I'm a Navy veteran. I have core beliefs that I know right from wrong, just like anybody. But so I wanted to make a change, and I woke up one morning and 8 months ago and decided, today's going to be the day. I hit my knees and begged God, I don't care what it was. I was throwing my hands up.
Right.
Whatever you got for me, I'm going to do it. And one thing led to another, and I ended up here, in Pensacola at the Waterfront. The moment I walked in the door, they showed me nothing but grace. Took me as I was. They said all they wanted from me was my heart, and that's all. And that's all I had.
Right.
Besides the clothes on my back. The people here just I can't say enough about them. How much they care. I don't know what kind of money they make to do what they do, but it cannot be enough for what they do because they really care and they go above and beyond. Everything they said they were going to do, they've done, and they're still doing.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So basically, they gave you your life back,
They gave me my
or
life
helped
back.
you to get
Yes,
your
they
life
did.
back.
Through Jesus Christ, and showing me a new way of living, a better way of living. Yeah, I've actually got a start now. I've got hope, something I didn't even have before.
So how did you find out about Waterfront? I mean, what brought you here? How did you find out about it?
I was at the VA in Biloxi, Mississippi. Like I said, I'm a Navy vet, and I
Okay.
went there for help. And the people there directed me with Sparky Green, Chaplain Sparky. And he's been, since day one, since the minute I walked in the door, he's the first man I met. He's been my chaplain ever since. He's been my best friend. He's done more for me than my own father has. And he's very passionate about this.
That's magnificent. That's magnificent. Well, first of all, one thing I want to say to you is thank you for your service. Being a veteran, Paul and I were talking when we were walking in, and he was saying that 16% of the people that are in this program are veterans.
Right.
And that's sad. I think as a country we need to take better care of our veterans. But I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're in this place. And you look healthy. You look vibrant. And
Never been this happy in my life.
wow.
Yeah, I sing in the choir. I work hard every day. I'm in the career development program,
Mm-hmm.
and today's like today, I'll get off work and I'll just be so tired and don't want to do anything. But then I know I have choir practice at 5:30. And it's like, oh God. But then I'll do it. I get through practice and we'll go do a show like for a nursing home, and I'll see these people. That's their last stop.
Mm-hmm.
They're old and they're
Right.
not going to go anywhere else, and they just look so forward to seeing us. And I get there and I see the smiles it puts on their face. It makes it so much more worthwhile. It's my way of giving back.
Right. That's
Little things
wonderful.
like that it's a privilege for me, that I get to do that. That's how I have to look at it,
So do you consider yourself to be, even after you get out of you graduate from the career development program, you said in about a month, so I'm
Yes,
assuming
ma'am.
January. So once that's completed and you've graduated, are you going to stay on here as mentoring other people?
Well, my plan is I'm probably gonna go to a transition house.
Okay.
They offer that to me. I'll go to like another level, which is level 10. That's when I'll leave here. They have a house. I'll live there with a couple other men. It'll be downsized tremendously. I have more privileges. I have me a different job. I won't work for here anymore. I have a full-time job somewhere else. But I'll still be held accountable. I'll still have a connection with this place.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be coming here a lot. Mentoring to other people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, your story just can certainly provide hope, especially to somebody else coming in just like you did one day. You came in, fresh off the street, and maybe your story can inspire someone else to go through this program.
Exactly.
And help themselves.
That's what I want. I want to be able to give it back. It was gave to me freely, and I want to be able to do the same thing for somebody else.
Well, thank you so much, John, for your story. Thank you so much. It means the world. And Merry Christmas to you.
Well, Merry Christmas and God bless you. And it was my honor and pleasure to do this.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You too.
Okay, my name is Robert Young. I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama. I came to Fort Walton Beach, Florida in 2004, and I lived there until last year, 2016. I was sleeping in the woods. After sleeping in the woods for a while, I became very ill. I got to the point where I couldn't walk. I lost all the feeling in my left arm and my hands, and it got very scary because I didn't know what was going on with me. Eventually, I was transported to Fort Walton Beach Medical Center, and I stayed there in the emergency room for hours. And finally, a nurse and a social worker came to my bedside and said, Mr. Young, well, my alcohol level had went down. And we have a yellow cab waiting outside to transport you to the Waterfront Rescue Mission in Pensacola. Now, when I arrived here at the mission, I had to be placed in a wheelchair. And I was placed in a dorm called the restaurant dorm, where disabled people, people who had certain illness, could rest and recover.
Okay.
And I stayed in the restaurant dorm for almost a month. But I'm just so grateful that one day the Lord came and lifted me up out of that wheelchair, and I began to walk again.
That is magnificent.
And then I entered into the Waterfront Missions Recovery Program, and I did the 90 days there, and after the 90 days I went into the Career Development Program. I went to work over the RDC, the Recycling Center, and I've been there for 8 months. Usually it's a 6-month thing, but now they give you an extension on it. So you can stay working over there and save your money for a whole year. And when I leave there, leave here about April, I probably go into transitional housing. I'll continue to work over there after I leave. And I'm 61 years old. And well, I probably will be drawing Social Security next year, so I still work over there part-time, continue on. I'm just so grateful for Waterfront Rescue Mission, because today I feel like a winner and not a loser anymore.
Well, you look very healthy. You look very healthy.
Well, I was in bad shape when I came.
Yeah.
And you know, I just see success down the road.
Absolutely.
I'm just grateful.
Have you been able to, do you feel like you've been able to inspire others that maybe have just entered the program? Have you been able to, or do they let you converse with the newer?
Oh yes, a lot of me. I'm probably been here longer than any of the other clients, and most of them look up to me and they use me as an example. You know, they see how you did, how you stay here that long. I say patience and trust in God.
That's right.
I'm just thankful today, you know, from where I was and where I am at today.
Do you feel like you'd be still here on this earth had you not?
I seriously doubt it.
Yeah.
Because, like I was saying, that when I was in those woods and couldn't walk, it got very scary.
Absolutely.
Because it seemed like I could feel death coming my way. And I knew something had to be done quickly. And fortunately, somebody seen me and called the Okaloosa County Sheriff Department and had me transported to the hospital. I probably would have been dead.
Wouldn't you love to meet that person one day?
I sure would. Yes, ma'am.
Well, obviously God had a different plan for you than death. I mean, obviously He did. And He put that person in your path. It is my belief that He put that person in your path at that time for that reason. Just like He sent that person to your bedside, saying that yellow cab was waiting for you.
That's right.
So, do you feel like you've been given a second chance?
Yes. You know, when I look back over my life today, you know, I can see where God just looked beneath all my faults, and He seen my needs, and gave me another chance.
Can't beat that.
Amen.
Well, thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Merry Christmas to you. Take care.
You ready? My name is Sparky Green. I retired from the Marine Corps in 1995. I thought in the Marine Corps, being an E7, I pretty much had my life in order, but I fell into a deep addiction, which caused me to lose my whole family. And in the midst of that, thinking that I could have my family back by giving my ex monies and giving her monies for my daughter, that was going to be suitable, but because of the addiction, it got worse because I ended up stealing money and boosting from Walmart and taking from other places, and actually conning the dope dealers. it got so bad that because I was in Jacksonville, Florida, I retired in Jacksonville, Florida, so